Well, to the crisis in Greece now. The Eurozone ministers will discuss a new proposal on debt restructuring after Greece became the first developed country to miss an IMF payment. Members of the European Central Bank are also meeting to decide whether they should continue providing emergency funds to Greece. The ECB has been keeping Greece's bank afloat in the last few months. Well, Dominic Kane joins us now from the European Central Bank in Frankfurt. And so, Dominic, take us through some of the perhaps policy options which the ECB will be looking at today.
Well, Sammy, it's a hot day here in Frankfurt, but perhaps the people feeling the heat the most are in the building behind me, the European Central Bank. As you say, there's a meeting today. It's not a meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, but it's still an important meeting. And the possible solutions, policies they could implement, but there aren't that many, frankly. The obvious one would be the Emergency Liquidity Assistance, the ELA, which has been given to Greece several times, many times indeed, over preceding months. We understand something around 90 billion euros has been made available in this sort of lifeline, rations, as they were referred to by the French Prime Minister a few days ago, given to the Greek economy. But we know that the decision made on Sunday was that the ELAs would be capped at the Friday level. So no possibility of them being given again unless there's a very serious change in policy. The other thing to point out, Sammy, is that yes, indeed, the Greek government did not repay the 1.5 billion euros to the IMF on the 30th of June. Well, the next big payment that the Greek economy, the Greek government needs to make insofar as the bailouts are concerned is around the 20th of July to the ECB. Something in the order of 3.46 billion euros that the Greek government will have to find. Now, given the fact that we've already heard people describe the Greek economy as insolvent, whether they'll be able to do that is very much open to question. It's worth also pointing out that there are several meetings going on today. The Eurozone finance ministers will be holding a meeting, a teleconference, we understand, later this afternoon. And we know that the German Parliament will be holding what it calls an Aktuelle Stunde, where the members of the Parliament are able to ask questions of the government. And we understand it's very likely indeed that Greece will come up in that situation, and that Mrs. Merkel would talk, perhaps the Vice-Chancellor Sigmar Gabriel from the Social Democrats, and indeed Wolfgang Schäuble, the Finance Minister, may well speak there. And then there is a meeting between Mrs. Merkel and the Italian Prime Minister, Matteo Renzi. And we understand Mr. Renzi has said that the voters in Greece are confronted with a stark choice, the choice between voting for the euro and voting for the drachma. So indeed there's a great deal of uncertainty, as we know, and those are the facts that we expect to happen today. Sammy.
All right, thanks so much. Dominic Kane there.